Welcome to the Think Small podcast, hypergrowth for small businesses. So, what's slowing you down?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Offshore Diaries. I'm Melissa, your podcast host for today, and I'm going to be interviewing another VA, Julian Dela Cruz. Hi, nice to meet you in person.
Nice to meet you as well po. Hi.
So, if you guys aren't familiar, the episodes we do interviewing VAs is really to capture the diversity of people working in the VA industry. Yung iba't ibang background nila, paano sila napadpad sa trabaho na ito, and like the strengths they offer and the value they add to their clients' businesses. So, Kurt, kindly introduce yourself.
Sure. So my name is Julian De La Cruz. I am 22 years old. I am an executive assistant. So I handle pretty much everything na ginagawa ng client ko. From HR to SEO to the different CRMs that my client uses. So yun po.
That's pretty amazing for someone who's 22. So, tell me a little about your career experience. Parang paano ka napadpad sa work na to?
So that's a good question. So I started sa BPO when I graduated high school. I started studying and working at the same time. So started ako sa BPO for a year exactly. And then I leveraged the communication skills that I developed in the BPO industry, right? And then transitioned into becoming a virtual assistant for a real estate agent in Philadelphia. So after that, 6 months kami nun actually. And then nandito na ako sa Archers after that.
That's pretty cool. Let's talk about your experience muna sa BPO industry. What gave you the courage to apply for that role? Like, what was it, like a voice
Yes.
role, right?
Yes,
Wow,
it was
so a
a
lot of
voice
people
role.
are actually shy to do that, especially the fresh graduates. What gave you that confidence to apply?
Yeah. Growing up, I was quite the confident little boy, talaga. So when I graduated high school, I just thought, I could definitely take on the whole world at this point. So yeah, I'm not sure if it was. I didn't even see it as a challenge at the time. I just thought that it was like a stepping stone for me. So, ayun. Yun na po yung pinaka experience ko when I tried to break into the BPO industry with no experience at all whatsoever.
So after working for BPO, that was in person, di ba? Like office setup. So okay, tapos na yung work mo dun. So did you go online to look for this real estate VA job?
Yes, nag-search ako before when I was still in the BPO industry, right? Nag-search ako for other stuff to do after being a call center agent. And then I came across the virtual assistant role,
Yeah.
right? And then meron kasing big company na para siyang agency for virtual assistants, and I just got hooked on the idea na wow, I can actually do other things rather than just talk to people on the phone.
Okay.
Ayun, naging interested ako, and then I tried applying for the role, right? And then hindi ko alam, yung company na yun is very meticulous sila when it came to choosing applicants, right?
Okay, selective sila, right?
Yes, very selective sila. So when I got the job, nagtaka yung mga friends ko sa call center agent, sa call center company ko na, Kurt, bakit ka nag-resign? Sabi ko, kasi nakakuha ko ng bagong job. And then they said, saan? And then sinabi ko yung name ng company, sabi nila like, wow, nakapasok ka doon. I was like, oh, bakit? Mahirap ba yun? And then I
Mahirap ba
told you I was a
yun?
very confident
Yeah.
boy ever since. But at that time, hindi ko talaga alam na mahirap pala makapasok doon sa company na yon. So, nung nalaman ko na mahirap pala, edi major confidence boost again, right? And then, nung nakapasok ako sa agency na yon, I was like, wow, maybe I am quite the talented person, right? And then, ayun, yun na po yung parang basic background on how I got into the VA industry.
So, back then, like before your first VA job, did you know that it was possible to work as a VA? May makakilala ka na ganun yung work?
Actually, wala. Meron akong friends actually, nag-uusap sila, sabi nila gusto kong maging VA. Iniisip ko, anong VA? Voice actor?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yun
It's a
yung
common effort.
pinakaunang,
Yeah, voice actor. Pwede rin.
right? So, voice actor, VA. Iniisip ko, wow, gusto kong maging VA? Anong career progression mo dun?
Parang alam mo, no?
Ganun,
Like
right?
parang assistant bot.
Yeah. And then, nung in-explain nila kung ano yung VA sa akin, parang doon na ako nag-start mag-search kung saan ako makakuha ng VA jobs, and then ayun siya.
Okay, great. So, after your experience as a VA in the real estate niche, parang paano ka napadpad naman sa Archers?
Okay, so when I interviewed for Archers, that's actually a question that was asked to me, right? I'm not sure if he remembers that question that he asked me. Bakit nanggaling ka na sa company na to? Bakit napunta ka dito sa amin? And then, actually, nung nag-start ako sa company na yun, I had no experience being a virtual assistant. And then, nagka-client ako. Then, 6 months after that, nag-break up kami for unfortunate reasons. And then, nag-try ulit ako maghanap ng clients, still in the same agencies, but
Okay.
tinatapat na ako sa mga agents with significantly more experience than me, right? So, anong ipapalag ko dun sa mga yun, right? Hindi naman pwedeng idaan na lang yun sa pagiging pogi at charisma and stuff like that. And then, ayun, lahat sila may experience na, lahat sila meron ng i-offer, right? They already have more to offer than me. So, I just thought maybe I would take my chances somewhere else. And then, yeah, I came across Archers with experience naman na. So, alam ko na yung anong need kong gawin, stuff like that.
That's so true. Super relatable yung nabanggit mo about skills and like knowing what your parang strengths are. It's hard when you enter the VA industry as a fresh graduate or someone with like very little work experience pa lang kasi the VA industry kind of requires you to be a jack of all trades.
Right.
So you get to try a lot of different things. But you can't really say, okay, ito yung strength ko compared to someone with like 10 years of experience in something. Especially if yung skill na yun na-hone nila sa ibang industry, sa ibang klaseng trabaho, right? So that's very relatable. So, kumusta naman dito sa Archers? Did you had the chance to like work on your skill set and find out kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mo, strengths mo, interests?
Yes, so that is a good question, right? When I was working sa agency ko before, we were completely work from home, right? So I had no connection, no communication with anyone working in the same company. So it's very different here. I get to work with my colleagues every day. I get to learn from them, and hopefully they get to learn from me, right? And yeah, yung skills, you're definitely gonna pick up skills when you're already doing the job.
Okay.
So when I started with my client, here na sa Archers, yung JD na binigay sa akin is very basic understanding lang yung meron ako sa mga tasks na meron siya para sa akin. At least at the time. So, ang dala ko lang is this overflowing confidence and some, again, basic understanding of what he needed me to do. So while I'm already doing the job, learning along the way, ganun na lang talaga siya. At least for me, ganun siya nag-work.
So, how does it feel like naman working in an office again?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Nagtagal ako sa BPO for a year. Actually, before getting into the VA agency, right, that I mentioned before, nag-hop pa ako sa iba't ibang companies, but the difference is they were local companies. Hindi ako nag-work with foreign clients or stuff like that. Very local companies sila. And never akong nagtagal. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just because the setup like this, it's very homey for me, I think. Kasi nasanay na ako sa BPO industry, right? Na magkakatabi kayo ng mga coworkers mo, doing something, and then pagdaldalan ka for a few minutes, right? And
Definitely.
then get back to whatever you were doing before. So yeah, the experience is really familiar.
Okay. Like, it's something that helps you become more productive, like seeing other people, your peers work. Yeah, totoo yun. Kasi when you're really just alone at home, parang nandyan lang yung kama mo. That's parang also the innate competitiveness when you see people like you, parang learning, upskilling, right? It's something you want to do as well, no?
Definitely. When I get to see people here, right, doing their own thing, I think like hindi ako pwedeng magpa-echos lang. I gotta learn something new for myself then, right? As this person is so amazing, this amazing person is doing whatever he is doing, right? I mean, I have to find a way to be as productive as this guy. or at least do something as amazing as this guy,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And nandun yung competitiveness talaga eh. And then, i-compare mo siya to when you're working alone at home. When I was working again with my past client, hindi niya ako masyado nabibigyan ng tasks. And most of the time, I just log in. Okay, so very, ano na to, lalabas ako, and then maglalaro ako ng billiards, and then babalik ako, log out, then go to sleep. So that was the practice that I did. It wasn't good. It wasn't good, right? But since parang wala yung professional setup like this, so I didn't feel like the need to be professional when I was working at home. But
That-
that's just me, right?
No, that makes a lot of sense, really. That's one of the challenges working from home. Then I think there's this thing about without being with people in person, parang you kind of forget the gravity of your responsibility, the
Right.
importance of what you're doing, and yeah, there's a difference talaga pag may konting human touch to things.
Major difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned parang you started working straight out of high school. So kumusta naman ngayon? Did all your work experience kind of give you a better idea of if you want to pursue higher education? Career path
Yes.
mo?
Actually, I am still studying right now. So I'm a fourth year student, a fourth year public administration student. So very inline naman yung education ko sa what I'm doing now. So very heavy sa administration. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish college by next year. So yeah, I have that going on for me still.
It's great. Do you think the working as a VA parang helps you significantly? Do you think it would be the same if you took another job, or does being a VA have certain perks for you?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Um, I think the very important skill that I learned from being a VA is just being adaptable. So, being a college student, ang dami talagang ibabato sa yung activities. Very similar as being a virtual assistant. Ang dami rin sa yung task na ibabato, which most of the time is not going to be the same thing each time, right?
Right.
So, yeah, adaptability talaga.
Sige. Oh, last question. Parang since you're quite young, you're 22, tas parang you interact with foreign clients and you had experience doing cold calling. How is it like for you? Like, what's your client like? And parang na feel mo ever ba na parang na-intimidate ka? Is this person older? Is this person from a different culture? How does that feel? Like yung experience with interacting with foreign clients.
Oh, definitely there's pressure,
There's
right?
pressure? Okay.
You're always going to feel the pressure when you're communicating with your client. I think if you're not feeling pressure, then you don't feel na importante yung communication nyo with your client if you don't feel the pressure.
Okay.
So, yeah, professionalism as well, right? Yung communication namin ng client ko, although weekly lang kami nagko-communicate, I mean, at least nagmi-meeting, mararamdaman mo talaga na mahalaga yung kailangan yung pag-usapan.
Okay.
So, kailangan mo maging professional, kailangan alam mo yung mga sasabihin mo, and you could back up what you're saying with what you're doing for your client. So, I think yun yung pinaka-nararamdaman talaga when interacting with my clients.
Okay. Last question. So, what's something you're looking forward to? It can be something big, something small.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more with my client. I think the relationship that I have with my client, it's more on us building each other up.
Okay.
Every month, meron akong bagong tasks, right? Like for my first month, it was just admin tasks. Email mo to, email mo siya, search mo yung LinkedIn nito, search mo yung LinkedIn nun. And then after that, nag-start akong mag SEO. And then another month after that, nag-start akong mag HR. I'm now interviewing, hiring, handling,
Yes.
onboarding. Ang dami
Congratulations.
talaga.
Do you enjoy the
Yeah.
HR tasks?
Yes.
Yun my favorite mo so far.
Yes,
I enjoy
actually.
that too.
So, actually, meron akong task na kailangan kong gumawa ng process. It's called holiday stacking sa amin, at
Okay.
least.
Holiday stuff.
So, kapag when the employee chooses to work a certain holiday, pwede niyang i-save yung time off na yun and then
Yeah.
pwede niyang gamitin for another day.
Right.
And hindi lang siya beneficial for my client, it also benefits me, right?
Okay.
So very exciting siyang gawin.
Nice.
So very fun, very fun.
Ano pala industry ni client mo ngayon?
We're a tech agency,
Tech.
but we have, I think, heavy emphasis sa design.
Tech and
Yan po.
design. Amazing. So thank you so much for allotting your time to this episode.
Thank you so
It
much
was
rin po,
lovely
actually.
meeting you, and I'm so excited to see where your career will take you. You definitely have a lot of charisma, a lot of confidence, and also like amazing capabilities.
Well, thank you so
Alright.
much. rin.
That was it for this episode of the Offshore Diaries. Bye and see you next time.
Welcome to the Think Small podcast, hypergrowth for small businesses. So, what's slowing you down?